Hi guys, welcome back. I told you I'd be back for another pour tonight, or at least I said I probably would. So, doing more clear, more green with sparkles, and this time black with purple. It'll be all right. Okay, they're okay on temperature. All right, so let's start off simple-ish. I got a pocket watch and a bee. You can't see the bee, but the bee is in there. Pocket watch and a bee in a skull. This is my bee on time skull. Don't worry, the pocket watch is dead. So since there's a bee, we're just doing a small starting layer to get things settled and to cement both the bee and the pocket watch in place. And that's that. And now we're just going to finish yesterday's projects, or this morning's projects, and go from there. All right, come on. Everybody come here. Okay, there we go. Okie dokie. So let's cap this guy. Just need that thin capping layer to seal in all the moss. And then we're gonna, so we have a skull in a skull with some flowers, some dried orchids from work. And everything is just getting a clear filler around it. All right, since we have the flowers, we're going to leave a little bit of room for capping layer just in case they decide to float. Ton of little micro bubbles along this inner surface of the skull, on the purple skull, and on the inside, because, well, it was pitted to begin with because I used cheap ass resin I found at the bin store, which I will never do again. What was the fucking point of that? All right, let's get a little bit of this purple out here to hide that base layer and the ring there. And then for this, tell you what, we're also going to use the purple to cap this one, because this one has the alcohol ink drops at the top. There is a spider crawling at my hand, but it's just a little guy. All right. As above, so below. Turtle flower, not to be confused with turtle power. Hey. Okay, there we go. I need those. Okay. Which one is that? Okay, so the other one was the white dragon, uh, baby dragon. So this one is the bee orb with the moss bed. Squish, squish, squish. Get some air pockets out. And then add a little bit of this black purple. There we go. Oh, that's very full. Okay, all right. Did I have anything else that I needed to cap? I don't think so. Tell you what I do have, though. I do have not full bees, but I have this little cup of like bee parts. That I am reluctant to explain because how I got them was mildly horrific. All right, so I'm just gonna grab some parts and put them in geodes. Oh, there's a wasp. Ah. I missed. All right. So we're just gonna, you know, bury the dead. All right. So cementing layer. Horrifying little thing. Can't get them to look exactly like actual bees, but we're doing our best here. So those will get ceiling layers, and then try again with the alcohol ink drops for the base, because I really want to see if I can recreate the butthole. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you'll just have to check my earlier videos, specifically my shorts. Yes, I just told you to check my shorts. Do with that what thou wilt. Okay. All right, now because I've been obsessed with these guys lately, let's make another dragon and skull combo. All right, start with the black and purple. That is really heating up. Do some of this clear. Yep, smoking. Not quite a flash cure, but pretty damn close. All right, so that needs to go on the heat, and I need to go get a dump cup as quickly as possible. Oh, thank God it's the diamond that keeps falling over. Ah, ah! Spilled resin everywhere. All right, quick. There we go. Okay, so we're doing a little snake egg number. Normally I would paint this guy, but obviously there's not time. It's so hard to control cure times with resin when it's this hot out. All right, so that's all my resin taken care of. I got a little bit more room in that snake, so let's just fill it up. Got some flashing in the way. Don't know how that ended up in there. Well, it ended up in there when I was cleaning my workshop and just kind of scraped stuff into stuff. All right, there we go. Okay, all right. You go there, you go there, and there. All right. Well, okay. That was quick. I guess I'm done for the night. So tomorrow we can do some mold pulls, see how things turned out, get stuff ready for my art show on Sunday. Saturday is the 4th of July, obviously. So probably might not do any more actual pours before Sunday morning. Ooh, neat. So the black and purple is kind of partially curing. So as I'm dragging it through the green to try to mix things up a little bit, I guess, it's pulling like Jello instead of like a liquid or like a pure liquid. So pretty cool looking. You'll just have to take my word for it, because I don't feel like playing with my camera when my fingers are all covered in resin. All right, that's it. I'll see you guys.